Well, we are back. That was a very plot heavy last episode with not much else going on except for me buying shit. So, yeah, the room goes quiet as everyone struggles to process what you've just seen on the DVD. Finally, Dietrich breaks the silence. A dragon. Son of a bitch. Green Winter sent us against a dragon. The Fire Wing. Elsa's voice thick with dread. She lives. I'm really starting to regret the fact that I didn't just say stay at the hotel. Wait a second, we don't know for certain. The evidence seemed pretty convincing to me. Love, love. I'll even take it a step further. I think the secret facility that we stumbled into was her lair. I don't even remember how Dietrich sounds. It was like a smoker. It was really raspy and like deep like that. But like I feel like I'm doing it wrong. Just think about it. The Decker that Winters got those coordinates from was posting about Fjordschwing. Then she was killed by that same orcish bastard that attacked us after Monica died. There's a direct link between the dragon and the scarred orc and the Harfield Manor. And the Winters was killed by the same thing that killed Monica. Exactly. My gut tells me that the dragon is down there, Derry. Someplace far beneath the surface. I think that we knocked on the door to her lair without even knowing it, and I think that given what we've seen, the dragon will do whatever it takes to keep us quiet about it. Okay, going on the assumption that there is a dragon and that she will come after us, what do you propose that we do about it? Um, we're going to follow Winter's advice. We're going to find Vauclair. I say keep things simple. We head back there, kick in the door, and kill the dragon. Problem solved. Fuck that. I say we find Vauclair. Yes, Derry is right. Finding Dr. Vauclair should be our priority. If we're going up against a dragon, we need to find ourselves a dragon slayer. Dietrich's a dragon slayer. He has the ability. Winter spent 20 years searching for Vauclair, and it got him nowhere. How do you propose we find him? With the help of an information broker. Back to I'll go talk to Altlug then. For this? No. While her Burakazi is very capable, a task of this magnitude is beyond him. We need to make contact with the premier information broker in Berlin. We need to talk to Alice. Blitz scoffs at Emsel. Alice? Best of luck. And I hope that you're rich. For this, rich enough, even if only just. Who is this Alice? Uh, a most prominent, a most prominent figure in Berlin's shadow community. Ex Schock Schock Wellenreiter. Ex Schock and Wellenreiter. She provides information, retrieval services for the F state. Elmsel turns into the computer console behind him and runs his fingers over a virtual keyboard. The machine begins to hum. If Winters was right, if Vauclair is still alive, she can help us find him. Uh, the console spits out a stick of black plastic. Elmsel plucks it from the computer and hands it to you. Here, your key to speak with Alice. A cred stick? Elmsel nods. An encoded cred stick with, yes, 10,000 yen. Alice will not show her face for less. This represents the last of my personal savings, Derry. Make this meeting count. Where do I need to go? 10,000 yen. Just to talk to her? Sounds like a fair trade to me. I'll take care of it. Yeah. Take the U-Bahn to the Allstadt Spandau. There you will find a connecting tube that the locals refer to as a rabbit hole. You will find a method of contacting Alice there. Hell, it's been like one day and I've made like two grand. I can raise more than 10. Don't call it that in front of her, though. In front of her, though, word on the street is that she hates it. Please hurry. Oh, I didn't read what was going on. Sorry, I forgot. While you're out, I will work on acquiring new contracts for the team. Alice, yes, I can hire people. That's what she does, and her services carry a price tag to match. Okay, so let's deal with just a tad bit of inventory management. Force 1 air elemental. Don't need that. Nitro. Fuck that. Bliss. Don't need that. What is this? Cavalier frag grenade. 16, so it's better than that. Okay. Um, let's just hold those two. Bam. Bam. Okay. Uh, sure. I like that setup. Let's see if that information I decked got sold. Open jobs directory. Pending active job inquiry back to root. Okay. Post pay data for sale. Do I have anything else to sell? Go back. For relevant keywords, claim payment for sold play data. Sweet. Okay. Made some cash. What? Back. I think I'm good. Check your inbox for new messages. Read the old new messages. You have no unread messages. Okay. Well, let's hope we get into some action now. I could buy stuff, but not worth it. Not right now. I don't have anything I want to buy. Maybe more magic, but like, yeah, I don't know. Wish I could like buy karma if I really wanted to. That'd be rad. That's Alice. Probably not. The only active console in the derelict span of the U-band platform is an old video arcade machine. The CRT monitor set into the machine's cabinet glows invitingly. Cheerful pixelated graphics swirl and dance on the screen. At the base of the controller panel, you find a cleverly hidden input port. The port is shrouded in black plastic, and it appears to be approximate shape of the tip of a cred stick. Amsel's encoded cred stick. Insert Amsel's down payment into the machine. Internal motors grip the cred stick and pull it into the machine. It disappears into the port, and the screen goes black. Moments later, a video image fills the screen. The picture, dark and grainy, a far cry from the bright, colorful sprites and previously inhabited the display. On the screen is a dimly lit office. The place looks like it was pulled straight from an old detective movie, from the Venetian blinds on the windows of the great swathes and shadow that paint the walls black. Center stage, sitting behind a large mahogany desk, is a silhouette of an impressive-looking woman in a charcoal gray suit. The tip of a cigarette glows cherry red in the shadows. She leans forward into the light, and you catch your first glimpse of Alice. Her face is all hard planes and sculpted angles. With high cheekbones and almond eyes, her lips are painted a frigid blue. But oh wow, I didn't even notice that. But it looks more like a green because of like the blue hair. But the look in her eyes is even colder. A head of lustrous black hair is interspersed with flowing streams of cyan light. Alice exhales a plume of smoke, then tips a cigarette into a nearby ashtray. She fixes her eyes on you, and her lips curl into a humorless smile. We're on your dime, friend. Tell me what you're looking for. I need you to find someone for me, Dr. Adrian Vauclair. She raises an eyebrow. The Dragon Slayer? Interesting. He's been missing for a long time. Yes, he has. The question is, can you find him? Did Amzo call ahead and brief you about this? Both of the other two were stupid questions. She looks you in the eye, and the smile disappears. Her voice is all business. If he's out there somewhere, I'll find him for you. He could be living under an assumed name in California, Free State, and I'd still track him down. And if he's not alive, I'll tell you where you can find his corpse. Speaking of corpses, Alice, I think I might know who you really are. Would I know that? Is she the one who was like quote unquote burned alive? Alice stifles her fingers. All right, here's how this is going to work. When you give me the go ahead, I'm going to start gathering information for you. Once I've finished, you're going to bring me a cred stick and code it with an encryption key that'll provide you that or that I'll provide you. That cred stick will have 50,000 new yen on it. When I get my cred stick, you get information. This is the deal. Take it or leave it. Price going, or all right, you've got a deal. 50,000 yen. Do you know what that kind of money can buy? That's a stupid question. Price, price gouging, huh? For a neo-anarchist, you behave an awful lot like an old world profiteer. I like that. Smiles at you sweetly. I wasn't aware that there was a difference between the two. Oof. Okay. Well, I think I have some definitions incorrect then. In all seriousness, I'm charging you with a job is worth. Do you know how much work it takes to find a digital ghost? There's going to be there's going to be a wet work, breaking into government archives. Hell, I might even have to commission an expedition into the socks. This is a serious undertaking, friend. All right, Alice, it's a deal. Okay, but remember, you say go, and I go. From that point on, you're on the hook to pay me my fee. No turning back, no refunds. Are we square on these? What choice I have? I need that information. Yes, we're square. Hell with it. I'll pay whatever you want. Just get me real quick. That's stupid. I don't see the choice I have. That's also stupid. Yeah, we're square. Good. I'll be in touch. There's nothing more to see here. Alice is gone. Okay. Accuracy of increased hyper increased 6% by incoming damage and incoming damage by 3 for 5 rounds. Damn. Uh, I'm gonna sell that later because that's a bit dumb. I think. Like, yeah, I'm increased accuracy. Dying to everything. Water. Okay. Every time I see her model or his model, no, that's a her, right? No, that's a him. Every time I see his model, it looks like he doesn't have arms because they're so like high up. It's weird looking to me. Okay, so he just gave us his life savings of 10 grand. Let's tell him it cost 50. Gary, did you make contact with Alice? Yes, I did. She accepted your payment, and I ordered the search for the information we need. Very good. I can't imagine that this will be cheap. What was Alice's stated price? The right on count sheet. He shrugs. It is about as I had expected. Thankfully, we are prepared for this. I have established contact with a number of new clients. You can find information on the jobs logged on your mission computer. One jobs file is on there already. Happened to Monica. Sounds like you're on top of things. Sounds like you're on top of things. It's my job. I didn't read what he said. Fuck. It's so weird to me because I feel like I should click and then like I would have my response, not like it's a new thing. Also, here's your response at the same time. But it makes sense. It's just I'm stupid when it comes to it. It's my job to be on top of things, Derry. You needn't worry about me on that count. You also don't need to worry about the mysterious Matrix killer, at least not insofar. As I am concerned, I won't step near a jack point until this entire sorry episode is over. That's probably wise. Speaking of doing things the old-fashioned way, Malit is working to recover information off of those other DVDs. It's a painstaking process, and it's not to be not be quick. but she is optimistic and she will be successful in time. Sounds good, Paul. I'll go check up on those jobs. One last thing before you go, Derry. Samuel Beckbauer wanted me to pass a message to you. Do you know him? The orc who runs the shelter across the way? Yeah, we've met. Oh, well, he has a job for you. He wouldn't discuss it with me. He promised that it or would prove worth your time. I'll keep that in mind. Uh, let's talk to him. Game save too. No karma? No karma. Is this the kitchen? The soup kitchen? I think so. Um, where did I run into him last? It was just like on the street, right? It was like over here or something. Ah, that's Cammy. It was this guy. Okay, I forgot that these two even were here. Hello again, mein Freuden. Freuden, what can I do for you? I heard that you wanted to talk about a job, your organization. Yes, yes, I do. Thank you for coming so promptly. Takes a deep breath. Tell me, what can you tell me about Humanist Poly Club? I don't pay much attention to politics. Humanist may call itself a poly club, but its goals are anything but political. The organization's true objective is to spread fear and hatred to the metahuman races. Humanity's bloody rhetoric uh, helped helped to instigate the Night of Rage, a worldwide a worldwide race riot that took place in February of 2039. Thousands of innocent metahumans were attacked, beaten, and killed. Women and children were see. It's a good thing I'm human. Women and children were corralled into warehouses for protection and then burned alive when the structures were put to the torch. This is what humans stand for, or humanist stands for. This is the agenda that its leaders strive to advance. They will not be satisfied until all metahumans everywhere are driven from the face of the earth. So basically, they are just the fucking eternal fire from The Witcher. Tell me what has to do with me. If you want me to go up against Humanus, it's going to cost you. Disgusting. And this job of yours something to do with Humanus? I'm just going to say this. Yes, your Her Amsels informed her. Yes, your Her Amsel informed me of your business practices. Rest assured, you will be paid. Now, if you may discuss the details of the job, go ahead. He nods. Yesterday, I overheard one of my assistants talking on his comm. He was yelling, clearly agitated. I questioned him, and he confided in me. What he told me made my blood run cold. His brother Puck works for a smuggling operation based in Shattenest. Apparently, the smugglers have accepted a contract from Volker Stahl. Stahl is a vicious ideologue and the leader of the Berlin chapter of Humanus. The cargo that the smugglers are delivering includes a large quantity of an extremely hazardous chemical agent. Naturally, this fills me with unease. Whatever stall was planned, it can't be good for us. I want you to infiltrate the smuggling operation that is delivering the shipment. Once you once you arrive at the Humanist compound, you will find out what you're planning to do with chemicals and they're planning to do with the chemicals and put a stop to it. Why allow it to go to the Humanist compound at all? He shakes his head. No, stopping the shipment would not stop Humanist. They would merely acquire another. For a pack of snarling racists, they are extremely well funded. Compensation. Whew! I have contacted sister organizations across Berlin and taken up a collection
Between us, we have raised 22,000 new yen as a payment. I trust this will be sufficient. How much money you nonprofits keep for yourselves? It's straight to more cash than that. Just, you know. He lets out a deep sigh. You're wrong about my organization. I keep nothing for myself. Nothing. Looking damn well dressed. We're keeping nothing. Hair's a bit jank in your model, but it's fresh as fuck here. But I will see what I can do. I might be able to call in some favors and raise you another 500. You do that. In the meantime, I'm in. He nods. Excellent. I am the lead. Another 500. That's okay. I mean, it just seems like a very arbitrary amount when like it was 22,000. I feel like that should have gotten me 25, but okay. I will make the arrangement for your meeting with the smugglers. Their leader is an elf who calls himself Maxim. Take the U-band to. Okay. Best of luck to you, Derry. Sweet.
Ah, water. Who are you? A lone figure stands in the U-Bahn station. Dietrich, he raises a bottle at your approach and tosses it away. Figured I'd run into you here, boss. Wanted to be sure that I caught you before you headed off. Are you not coming? He takes a deep breath, then slowly releases it. Looks you in the eye. Derry, we need to have a talk about the Humanus gig. Isn't your place to tell me? Go ahead, Dietrich. Dietrich? Well, I've got a history with Humanus. I fought him back in 39 during the Night of Rage. Hell. Oh, God, throat. I have like a sore throat. It's weird. Came out of nowhere. Hell of a thing that was. I remember the terror, the senseless violence, the murdered children. I remember the little dwarf boy. They stuffed his body in the gutter dairy. I can still see his face, all bruised and broken, to this day. It makes my blood boil. Anyway, long story short, we beat him. We beat him. Berlin's punks and anarchists all came together, and we stomped the living dreck out of those racist pigs. A lot of good people died that night, but we put down some of the bad ones too. Come on, the Humanist runs to finish the job. Cut to the chase, Dietrich. I don't need your life story. Why are you telling me? I guess, yeah. That's part of it, sure. But in the whole story, I don't just want to come on the run, boss. I have to come. It's my nephew, Alexander. He signed on with Humanus. Driven to it by the worthless sack of a dad, no doubt. Would his father do that? Keep talking. I take it that his father, your brother, is a Humanist member too. Nah, that'd take a level of conviction, a quality that he thoroughly lacks. My best guess is that he's treating Humanus as a boarding school. They feed and house their recruits, and they and that's money that he'd rather spend on himself. So he dumped his boy off on them. Never mind the fact that fascist they're fascist swine. Looks you in the eye. I've got to get Alexander out of there, Derry, before it's too late. Those monsters are experts at warping young minds. It's how their disgusting ideology propagates. From something like this. Screw that. If your nephew signed on those monsters, he deserves what's coming to him. I'm asking you as a personal favor to let me come along on the run. You're gonna be the one who sits out on every other run, and you're like, oh, I have backstory. This is my quest. Ugh, god damn it. Of course, Dietrich. Thanks, boss. Never doubted you'd bring me. Of course, you're too good of a woman for that, but it's good to hear it all the same. I'm the shaman. Assemble the team. Okay, so I can get more. I can get like a shit ton of shaman. The mercenary, street samurai. Okay, combat medic, blitz, and Dietrich. We're gonna want someone else. A street samurai would be nice. No, I'm going with this team. I'm fine with that. Um, skills, cyberware. One, two, three. Okay, we have three revives, so I'm fine with that. The fuck are you wearing, Blitz? Fucking looks like the Blue Beetle Halloween costume. Shitty one at that. Let's continue. Water is good. I like drinking water. I got a Skype message and a text message, and I have 14% battery left on my phone. I don't know how it got drained so quickly. Continue. I should probably pay attention to that. Do I want to bring anything else? I think this is good. Yeah, I think this is good. Look, boss, I just wanted to thank you for bringing me along on this one. It means a lot. Outside it, even Shadowrunners have families. This is against my better judgment. You owe me one, old man. Nah, we're not close enough for me to say that. Alexander, he's a good kid, you know. If I'd been there for him, if I hadn't run off to Berlin and left him with this worthless sack of a dad, he'd never have fallen into those humanist pigs in the first place. The expression of Dietrich's face softens and he claps you on the shoulder. He claps me on the shoulder? Does he like clap his hands like next to my ear? He could pat me on the shoulder, but he claps my shoulder. Does my shoulder have an arm protruding out of it? These are things I want to know about my character. Let's go find my nephew and let's crack all. Okay, whatever. Uh, talk to this girl. Actually, my entire team is human, so like I'm probably like a humanist member too, basically. Guten Tag. What can I get you? Depends. What do you have? Well, today we have a soya-based currywurst for 5, or soup and sandwich combo for 10. Good simple stick to your ribs food, perfect for a cold day like this. I think I'll buy a currywurst. That actually sounds hella good. I mean, like it's like future food, right? So it would be more like just curry, but like on the go. It's not like an actual like sausage link filled with curry. That would be disgusting. Uh, God. Oh wait, it has a description. She hands you a dripping yellowish sausage wrapped in a paper napkin. You take a big bite and immediately regret it. There's a funk to this thing that no amount of curry powder could mask. Your stomach lurches, and you idly wonder whether this decision is going to come back to haunt you later. What the hell kind of place are you running here, lady? This thing is terrible. She smiles at you. It's an old family recipe. Can I get you anything else? I think I'm good. The smile on her face is not reflected in her eyes. Good day to you, then. Come back any time. Okay. Watch me just get like diarrhea in the middle of a fight and just like can't fight anymore. Just like fall to the ground shitting everywhere. Shut up, I'm trying to record here. Telltale markings of sculpture white or dead drop messages. This is an open request for information on current and past owners of the Humanist Poly. Okay? If I get any information, I'll figure it out. Kai's gatekeeper. A rough-looking dwarf with a fire plug build holds out his hand and a fire plug build holds out his hand at your approach. Whoa there, Beanpole. I don't know where you think you're headed, but you should turn back now, the way you came. I've got business on the other side of your barricade, one way or another, that's where I'm going. You want trouble, dwarf? Because unless you step... Beanpole. Seriously? Didn't mean no offense, but look at me. He gestures himself. Compared to me, every human is a beanpole. Ain't a bad thing. It's just the way it is. I like this guy. Look, we're not trying to be hard asses here. Our job is to keep the folks on that side of the wall out.
If you really want to head out there, we're gonna stop you. But consider this a friendly warning. There's a reason why the why we're stationed here. There are gangs out there that'd skin you alive as soon as they look at you. Trust me, I've gone up against worse. I'll just have skinned them first. I don't have a choice. I've gone up against worse. Shakes his head. All right, fine. If that's really what you want, we won't try to stop you. Gestures at the troll standing behind him. Let him by, Sir Gage. It's like not Sergey, but it was like Edge, so it was like Sergage. That's a that's a strange name. It's interesting. That I'm assuming is a gang. Let's go kill him. Oh, it's Maxim. The figure out in the center of the group shoots you an insolent glance. His fine elvish features match Samuel's description. This must be Maxim, your smuggler. I didn't read it. Fuck. Well, well, if it isn't muscle that Tuck promised us. Look who it is, everybody. The new hires have elected to grace us with their presence. Nice of you to join us, glances at Petey on his wrist. Then looks back up at you. When he speaks again, his voice is sharp and humorless. You're late, chummer. I'm not. I came directly here. You're late. Shut up. Uh, he lets out a theatrical sigh. Well, you came highly recommended, so I suppose I'll overlook it. If we run into trouble, you'll be glad to have me around, I guarantee it. His mouth twists up in a smirk. I certainly hope so, for your sake. Pile in the people and be ready. There's rough country between us and the meeting site. We might run into trouble along the way. I'm actually gonna, yeah, I'm gonna call it there, guys. I know we kind of really haven't gotten into any like actual action this episode, but like yeah, stay dairy out there.